What's up, y'all? Today I want to talk about transition grinds in Skate. These work differently from Skate 3. You can skate transition like Skate 3, but there's a new system that the game doesn't really tell you about in the new Skate. I'm sure eventually there'll be a tutorial for this in Skatepedia and stuff, maybe some missions that teach you how to do it, but the game's unfinished. So for now, you got me. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. First, come to this mini ramp here in Hedgemont. It's at Bonski Skate Park on the north side of Hedgemont. You can get to it pretty quickly from the Presidium fast travel point. It's on the right if you turn right after you go there. This orange square. Once you get here, get onto the top deck of the ramp and push up on your D-pad to set a session marker. Transition grinds require you to input with the left stick before you get into them. You're gonna pull down on the left stick. So drop in, and when you get to the other side riding straight, just pull down on the left stick at the very last minute. Then push B to get out. And you just did a rock to fakie. And it was that simple. If you wanna do an axle stall, you do the exact same thing, but you pull down on the left stick a little bit earlier than you did for the rock to fakie. So if you keep getting into axle stalls and you want to do a rock to fakie, you're just pulling down on the left stick way too early. Just do it a little later. You can do all kinds of stuff. Fakie tail stall. You can do revert kind of stuff, like into a switch tail slide. You can do really sick stuff with this new system. So let's talk about how to do the grind variations that you just saw. Open your menu, press start, go down to Skatepedia. Skatepedia has all the grind inputs here on the grind tab. You need to see here on the bottom left, these right stick inputs. Basically, in combination with the left stick down and doing these inputs after you pull down on the left stick, you can do any of these grinds on transition. So let's take a backside tail slide. This example is an ollie into it on a flat bar. I don't do tail slides this way in game always, but on transition I do. I'm in regular. I'm going to approach the coping with my back facing the coping, and then I'm going to push down on the left stick, down on the right stick, and scoop to the left, and I'm going to do a backside tail slide. So let's do that now. Drop in. Remember, down on the left stick, down on the right stick, and scoop. And there's a tail slide. I can't emphasize enough how awesome this new system is. No skateboarding game has done this before. Skate has really outdone themselves with this system for transition grinds. It really is amazing, and it feels so good. I highly suggest you spend some time here on this ramp and learn how to do this stuff. Forewarning though, there is some wonkiness going on with transition grinds. Animations aren't there. They're gonna get all this stuff dialed in, but for now, just be aware of that. I'll do some skating here, and you guys can check out what's possible. Little backsmith action. Nose blunt. It's just so sick. What I really want is for them to get the reaction times for reverts down a little bit better. I want to do like Jamal Smith type stuff. It's just kind of, it's not super responsive when you want to like revert out or drop in. So they got some work to do on that, but it's so close to being really, really great. Crook to like a switch salad. Always feels really sweet. It's a good way to get into fakie. And then you can do really sick variations like that. Those are my favorite thing to do. I've got them locked down. I'm doing them so much. Roll-ins. This is something you should toggle on in your trick toggles if you haven't. Basically, you can just dip right into the ramp and you don't have to like ollie into the transition or stop and drop in. That's really sick too. You know, they could fix popping in, like flip tricks out of grinds and stuff. Just getting in there a little smoother would be a really sick change. Well, that's it, y'all. Enjoy transition grinds. I will see y'all next time.